Hi guys, and welcome back. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's start again. Okay, we're going to start over. Hi guys, and welcome back to the That's Where I'm At podcast. Today I have Lori. Lori is a communication and relationship coach. She has master certifications in NLP, TLT, hypnotherapy, Reiki, level 3 Huna, as well as advanced trauma and addiction with over 300 hours of training and has coached over 100 clients. She loves supporting women and creating the life they desire and deserve while embracing their authentic selves. And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to her is her talk title is It's Never Too Late. So welcome, Lori.
Well, thank you very much, Laura, for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity. And yeah, I'm just me.
Just me. Well, I love that you're just you. How did you get into this communication and relationship coaching?
Well, it's interesting because it actually started, I'm a golfer.
Okay.
I love to play the golf. I'm passionate about golfing, and now I'm passionate about coaching. But it was the passion for golf that got me into this. Hard to believe, and yet, how are they connected?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to improve my golf game. So I took a master class and discovered that not only that golf and life are direct reflections of each other. So what was going on in my golf game was going on in my life.
Wow.
I was angry, frustrated, felt like I was isolated and alone. Even though I'm playing with people, I just felt like I was alone and not being heard. And
Yeah.
that's what it was in my life as well. So I went through the process of having a coach and my golf game improved. Well, guess what? So did my life.
That's
And
amazing.
that was the catalyst that changed everything for me. I mean, I don't even know who that person was in June of 2020 is when I started. I have no idea who that person was anymore because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I'm actually authentic and in love with myself now. So it's
Isn't
been a
it
big
neat?
switch.
Isn't it neat to get to that place? Because I remember when I first started doing work with myself, I literally said to myself, how do people walk around being happy? What does that mean? Like, are you allowed to just be happy? And so I started investigating, and now it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of years. Going through a divorce and everything has even been a bigger struggle. But to get to a place where you say, like, this is me and I'm okay that you don't that you don't like me is okay. But I noticed that, my ex would tell me that I was such an angry person, but now, and I remember being an angry person, but I don't have that anger anymore. Being having worked on myself and really truly loving myself, it's like it's amazing what doesn't make me angry anymore. I actually have joy now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as I discovered as I went through several breakthroughs, which is the process that I use, it's a 10-step process that I use one on one, and it can also be done in groups. And I'm developing a group coaching program as well.
Hmm.
But when I started it, as I discovered, because 90% of our thoughts are not our own.
Oh,
They
okay.
come from our imprint years of 0 to 7. I
Wow.
mean, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
We learn what we learn from the people that are closest to us.
Yeah.
Parents, friends, siblings, grandparents. So all those things that influenced how they were living their lives trickles downhill
Yeah.
and it lands on the next person. So what I discovered when I was going through probably about my third breakthrough is how much I actually hated myself.
Wow.
True deep down in the core hated myself. Had no idea why I was doing the self-destructive behavior that,
Hmm.
starting at 12, smoking, drinking, trying drugs,
Right.
sleeping with anything. It
Right.
didn't matter. Didn't
Right.
care. It was just something, some kind of
Right.
validation.
Wow.
And when I realized why I was doing it, it cracked me open and
Hmm.
has opened me up to a whole new world.
You know,
And so
I
now I actually love myself and who I am.
I've done some hypnosis, and it was pulling out some stuff from childhood, which was great because there were patterns there, right? And there were things that were stuck, and I just like I would talk to people and I would literally be like, I don't know why this is an issue. I kept like, I don't know. I don't know. And then finally I did. I figured it out, which was great. But, talk about how it's, having done the work, right? We've done the work. So we know, look, yes, it'll crack you open, right? Yes, that sounds so scary. For someone who hasn't done that yet, what can you tell them? Because to me, what I say is you're already carrying it around and it's weighing you down. You might as well look at it so it doesn't have the power over you anymore.
Right. So a good analogy is think of when you're going on a trip
Hmm.
and you want to pack everything because you want to make sure you've got everything,
Yeah,
doing everything right, exactly according to plan. Well, how heavy is that baggage that you're carrying onto that plane?
yeah,
If you've got 3 or 4 bags full of stuff and you're dragging that behind you, imagine how slow you're going.
yeah, yeah.
So by getting down to the deep root causes of why you're carrying that baggage and how you're carrying it allows you to let go of that baggage. So imagine only carrying on a carry-on bag and how
Yeah,
much quicker and how much more fulfilling and how much lighter you feel.
yeah,
So that's the analogy I use. And when you're going on a trip and you got 3 or 4 bags and that is dragging you down, you got to carry on in a backpack, things go a lot quicker.
hmm,
So that's the analogy that I use. So it's never too late to let go of that baggage.
yeah. Well, you
It's
were
never too
telling
late.
me you were telling me when you started this, right? You said you were have been working on your coaching in the last 3 years. Is that when you made a change? Tell me when this started. Is that what you were talking about?
Well, I started doing work on myself around my golf game in June of 2020
Okay.
when I actually started getting trained in all the certifications in neurolinguistic programming, timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, all the things and all the things in May 6th of 2021.
Wow. Wow.
That's where I started. And it was during that time that I was improving my golf game that my coach in a breakthrough said, your intuition, which is one of your voices, there's 4 of them,
Okay.
is you would be a great coach. And I thought she had lost her mind. Because just think about it. And I thought about it, or I didn't actually think about it because I didn't believe it. Next
Okay.
session, she said the same thing.
Yeah.
She goes, really? She goes, you just really truly think about it. I said, okay, I'll think about it. And that night I had a dream that I was coaching someone, never done it before. I was coaching someone and he got exactly what he needed. And I woke up in the morning, I called her, I said, all right, what do I got to do?
Wow.
And a month later, and 2 weeks later, I started. And so this is my journey. And now I am a coach and I get still because coaches still need coaches
That's
because
right.
we are human.
Yes.
So what I do is I use the breakthrough process to dig down into what the true root cause is for them. What is actually holding them back? Get the learnings through the process that I use with timeline therapy and get the conscious mind and the unconscious mind in alignment with each
Hmm.
other so you can reach the goals that you want, so that you can learn what you need to learn from the situation.
Hmm.
Everything that happens to us, good, bad, or ugly, is there to teach us a lesson.
Hmm.
And the lessons we learn is something positive and it's going forward so you can take that step in the direction you want to go. So you can get that life that you desire and truly deserve.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's never too late. I mean, I started when I was 58. So
I know. I love it because I'm 57 right now and I'm like I'm starting a whole new life and it's great. And that's what I tell my kids, they're just starting out on some of their things and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're going to like have 15 different careers." You're just like they're so stressed out thinking they have to choose one thing right now for the rest of their life. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like you're going to have so many changes.
yeah, I mean, I was the definition of a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I did everything that everybody thought I was supposed to do, and everybody told me what I was supposed to do.
Right.
So yeah, I graduated high school, went to university, graduated, met somebody, got married, had kids, bought a house, like the whole thing. I
Yeah.
did that whole thing,
Right.
thinking that that's exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I broke that people pleaser because I believed at the time that I
Hmm.
was unworthy of doing anything else but what people thought I was supposed to do. And I
Wow.
had to do it perfect.
Right.
And I don't believe that anymore
Right.
because there's no such thing as perfect.
No. No.
I mean, we have these four voices in our head. It's the inner child who wants to play and yet is scared.
Hmm.
We've got the inner critic, which is going, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're
Right.
not worthy. And then there's the inner ego going, screw you, I'm right.
Right.
And it's for trying to protect you. And then, so those are all the kind of the voices that we, where that negative talk that rolls through our head.
Hmm.
Can't do this. I'm scared. I'm did it. Like just coming on a podcast like this. I mean, I
Right.
wouldn't have done this even 6 months ago
Yeah.
because I hadn't truly found my voice yet.
Right.
And now I have. And here I am. So as I'm trusting my intuition, and your intuition, you want that to be your loudest voice. You want to turn the volume down on the other three
Hmm.
and turn up the volume on the intuition. Those three voices are there to teach us. They present situations and opportunities to learn.
Okay.
And when we talk to our intuition through that guidance, we get the learnings that we learn so we can grow and move forward
I thought that
and
was
trust it.
I thought that was interesting. You said, you did the quote unquote right things, right? Because I did that too. You go through all the steps, you think, okay, now I'm supposed to be happy, and then you're not happy. And and that was really confusing to me. It's like I did all the things, but I was such a people pleaser as well. And I feel like that got me into situations, got me into jobs I didn't want, relationships I didn't want, all that just because you don't want to ruffle any feathers. You don't want to make any waves.
Yeah.
How do people decide or know that the life they're living is not what they want to be living, or that they want something different? What does that look like to them when you start to
Um,
help them?
yeah, people get they just all of a sudden it's like they had a realization that's I'm not happy and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I help them find the why they're not happy
Yeah.
and find their true meaning of what they want to do and their actual purpose,
Yeah.
what their purpose is in life. It's not to please everybody else. I mean, you you can't help other people unless you help yourself first.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget about that. They're going, well, if I help all these people, then I'm going to feel better about myself. Well, no, because you haven't released the blocks around what is actually holding you back from getting what you want. And it's never too late to discover that voice and that authentic you, your
Yeah.
true purpose in life and what you were put on this planet to do.
Yeah.
And that's when I found coaching, I'm going like, this is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want people to see what is truly always been inside of them and bring it out in them. And it's scary. It really, I mean, I resisted for a long time. It's scary.
Yeah.
But break, when you get that aha moment
Yeah.
and you trust that intuition and you get your two minds, your unconscious mind and your conscious mind in agreement, you're going to go so far in life.
Yeah.
And that's where you will regain your voice. You regain your choice and you learn that being you
Yeah.
is exactly perfect for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect for anybody else, just you.
Yes, exactly. I had so much resistance when I started talking about my divorce and the abuse I had endured. And so it was confusing to me because people were telling me, don't talk about it. You should talk about it in this way, or you shouldn't talk about it at all. You should just forgive him, move on, blah, 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 all these things, right? And as I started to figure out, no, I've been told what to do. I felt like for 55 years, all my life, I've been told what to do by everybody. And as I was pulling things out, I did figure out that yes, no one's ever listened to me, and so I started a podcast.
There you go. That's a great leap to make.
I
Absolutely.
know.
You
I
know,
was in the middle. This was 6 months after I had started the podcast, and I said, "Oh my God, did I start a podcast because no one would listen to me?" And it's true, but I just had a realization the other day as I was talking about something that was important to me. I said, "It's so interesting to not have anxiety as I say words that feel true to me." Because I'm not thinking about the people who other people who may be judging me or whatever, they don't, it doesn't have to feel okay to you. It feels good to me.
Right.
This is what I want to
Exactly.
do. Yeah.
We are, yeah, we are our own harshest critics.
Yeah.
We judge ourselves more than we actually judge others.
Yeah.
It's amazing how hard we are on ourselves. And I've learned to cut myself some slack. I'm going to make mistakes,
And it's okay.
you know, and it's okay. Like if things don't go the way I planned, then it's okay. It's teaching me that it was maybe it wasn't quite right. So what worked,
Yeah.
what didn't work, what do I want to do different? And that's the learnings. And
Yeah.
I can do that on my own now.
Yeah.
Whereas before I would get so stuck
Yeah.
in whatever pattern I was in, and I was just it was just circling the wagons to protect myself because
Right.
it was unsafe to put myself out there.
Right. And it's so
Because
good for
every time I
our
put myself out there, I get criticized
right.
and shut down.
And it's so good for our brain to make mistakes because we actually are forming new pathways that way. And so it's our brain is growing, our brain is getting healthier. It's okay, we're learning new things and it's all right. But I know that in society we want to make everything perfect and get it right the first time. And it's like, that's not how life works. And it's okay, you meet
Yeah,
people, you make mistakes. This person didn't work out for this whatever, and the job didn't work out or whatever. It's okay, and I think we
yeah.
need to stop being so hard on ourselves that way. And like you said, it's never too late. And it's not too late. I mean, if we can do it. Look, we can do it. You
Anybody can.
guys can do it.
And
You guys can do it too.
yeah, and my 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 purpose of doing this is that women, men as well, actually,
Yes.
but women particularly, deserve to live the life
Yeah.
that they want, not what's told what they want.
Yeah.
And that is the difference because when I got married, I don't regret that I got married
Yeah.
because it was a process that I needed to go through to learn who I actually was.
Yeah.
But I have two wonderful sons,
Right.
three fantastic grandchildren, one more on the way. I
Yeah.
mean, if I didn't take that step that really I didn't want to do, I would not have that.
Right.
So it be grateful for what you have experienced, take the learnings from it so you can have even more gratitude and love yourself. Because truly, it's never too late to make choices and use your voice and ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Is in my marriage, I couldn't do that. I
Right.
wasn't allowed. It was very
Me either.
transactional,
Yes. Me
very
too.
transactional. And when I asked for what I needed or what I wanted, I got crickets. So that was the abuse that I tolerated.
Right.
And I tolerated it,
Hmm.
is silence. So when I made the decision and had the conversation, I got silence.
Yeah.
Do you want to work on this or don't you? 3 days, no talking. We're living in the same house. We've been
And
living on
that's
separate floors in the house for 10 years.
right.
And I
And that's what
tolerated it.
people don't realize. I talk about that in my new book that people don't realize that they just when they stop talking to you, that's part of the emotional abuse, it's psychological abuse. That people just don't talk to you. I mean, like you don't exist. That's abusive and it's just not okay. And I'm
Yeah.
so sorry that we are out of time. I'm so sorry we ran out of time, but how can people get a hold of you if they would like to work with you?
Well, they can email me at hockeymomld18@rogers.com. I also have a Facebook page with my name,
Okay?
and I'm also have a business Facebook page is Impact Your Life Coaching. But I also, if somebody wants to direct message me,
Mhm.
absolutely do that. I can get in touch with you. We can
Okay.
certainly have a conversation how I can help you. And if and that's the case, I also have a private Facebook page that's called
Okay.
It's Never Too Late, so that
Oh,
people know
great.
that it's a very safe place to be vulnerable and
Well,
share the most vulnerable parts of yourself.
I'll be joining. I will be joining that group. And so I will put everything in the show notes for you guys to be able to get a hold of Lori. Lori, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Wish we had more time, but we were out of time today. We're doing these quick
We can
today.
do it again another time.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Yes, I
this has
think we
been
have a lot more to
fantastic,
talk
Laura.
about. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay. I'm just saying thank you for this opportunity. And I mean, This has been great. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you for choosing me, and I appreciate this.
Of
I appreciate it
course.
so much.
Yes, it's been great. And remember, it's never too late, right? All right, guys.
Never too late.
Thanks so much for listening today. Don't forget to go on Apple and Spotify and tell Podcast Land that you love us. And don't ever forget your voice matters. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. There we go.